Hi everyone, are you ready for week 7 of the hashtag color combo? I can't believe it's week 7 already, but it is. And this week our color combination is Rouge, Red, and Pink. And again, if you are participating in this challenge, or if you're not participating and you just want to see what everyone else is doing, you want to, on Instagram, look for the hashtag Color Combo 2023. And it will bring up everyone's posts from where they're posting on Instagram. And you can also search on YouTube for hashtag Color Combo 2023. And it will show you all the videos that have been posted with people doing the challenge. And I also have a playlist on my YouTube channel that I am trying to link all the videos there as well. So that gives you several options, but please, if you are participating, use the hashtag Color Combo 2023 all together, no spaces, and that makes it easier for me to find your post and leave a comment or your videos and put them in the playlist. For those of you that are new, what we are doing is every week I am issuing a color combo, and you're to create whatever you would like using that color combo. It can be ephemera for future journals. It can be a page in an art journal. It can be just a painting, a collage, a tag, whatever you want to do. The purpose is to use the color combo and for us to step outside the box and use colors that we're not comfortable using, or that we may ignore because we don't really like them. And all of our stash starts building up, and we have these big pile of papers that we're not doing anything with. And so that's what made me start this. And so I'm hoping that it is helping you guys as well, you know, be more familiar with what you do have in your stash, and also using up some scraps and stuff. So that's what we're doing. So like I said, every week I do a spread in my little art journal here. You can see the past weeks. I really need to take that picture back out of there. I keep forgetting. And I do a little double spread in my book. This was our first week, which was gray and orange. And I had already started this book previously, kind of doing this as exercise on my own when I decided to come up with a challenge. So I have a few extra pages, but our first week was the gray. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. The gray and orange, and we did 4 weeks of gray, and now we're doing 4 weeks of red. And then next week when we're doing our last week of burgundy and black, I will announce what the next 4 weeks primary color is, along with those 4 color combinations. Some people are working ahead, some people have just started. Either way, it doesn't matter. That's why I decided to give you 4 weeks at a time, because I know that a lot of you have a lot more crafting time than I do, because I still work full time. So you're able to work on it more probably than I even do. And I'm just going to put a couple little clips on here to hold my pages down as soon as I figure out where my other clip is. There it is. It was holding something that I had glued earlier this morning. Okay, so today we're doing Rouge, Red, and Pink. Now, when it comes to Rouge Red, to me, a Rouge Red is more of a pinky red, as opposed to, say, a Christmas red or a burgundy like we're going to do next week, or the paprika that we've done, which is a more orangey red that we did in the previous week. And the reason that I chose to be so specific on reds is because I had said this when we started the red week. Everybody has Christmas red in their stuff, because most of us, you know, being journal makers, do something at Christmas. And so I kind of wanted to explore beyond just the Christmas red and try to get, you know, a little bit more detail. Otherwise, we could have done 4 weeks of Christmas red, and that would have been okay, but, you know, it's really not getting us to recognize some of the different values and shades of color. So that's why I got a little bit more specific. All right, so to start this one, I've got some music paper that I'm going to put on both pages. And like I said, I do a double spread, and you don't have to. My book's just really small, and so I prefer to work on it in a double spread. I'm going to use, and I hope I have that where you can see it well. And I put a piece of white paper down because my light has a tendency to glare on my glass mat. I'm trying to cut down on that a little bit if I can for you guys. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I hope you are enjoying the challenge. I sure am enjoying seeing what you're doing. There's some just absolutely wonderful makes and ideas out there that you guys are coming up with, and I'm really enjoying it. And I know that Amy with Crafty Cat is making videos as well for hers. If you'd like to check her videos out. And like I said, I am trying to put those in my playlist as well, so that you can find those. Okay. Then the next piece that I want to put down is this is just a piece of scrapbook paper that I found in my stash. And I am going to try to get it down into the crease a little bit. Oops. The glue stick I'm using is a Pritt stick. For anyone who's new, it is my glue stick of preference. And I don't know how much of this is going to end up showing when we're done, but that's part of collaging. You do it and you cover it up. We have pretty nice weather today, but then they're saying snow this weekend. I don't think it's going to amount to much, but it's like, gosh, it goes from one extreme to another. I live in a valley, and so we never know what we're going to get until it actually gets here, because the mountains have a tendency a lot of times to change the forecast at the last minute. For those of you that are new, I live in the Tennessee Valley. I'm probably about 45 minutes away from the Smoky Mountains. I live in a rural area. If you look out my front window, you see a mountain, a small mountain. If you look out my back window, you see a hayfield in woods. My nearest neighbor is probably, I can see them out my window, but it's probably a good, I'd say 5 acres at least away. I live on a corner, so that's the only neighbor I have. So it's very rural. My house was built, in 1920. It's an old farmhouse that was remodeled in the early 2000s. So I love it. We love it. We said the only way we're leaving this home is feet first. So I guess we're here to stay. All right, so do I want to I think I want to put this receipt down first. This is kind of part of my red here. We see all kinds of wildlife looking out our window. We have deer and turkey, wild turkey, skunks, of course, chipmunks, all kinds of birds. We even saw a bear one day. That wasn't too good. I could do without those. I think he wandered down from the mountain. Coyotes. We had a turkey. For those of you that have not heard this story, we had a turkey fly through our bedroom window that was closed a couple summers ago. Busted the glass out of the window, and I had little shards of glass all over my bedroom. My husband had to catch the turkey, and we had to take it outside. That was an adventure in itself. All right, this is just some handmade paper. And I really meant to put it under here. Was my original thought. Let me see if I can get it up enough to do that. So yeah, you never know what you're gonna get out here. We had one of the farmers out here, a bull got out of his lot. So we had a bull in our backyard for quite a while because he couldn't catch it. He never did catch it, I don't think. I think somebody ended up probably shooting it that didn't want it on their property. He kept trying and trying and trying to lure it in with food and everything else, and he was a big old bull too, so he wasn't having it. But we have dogs, and so we'd have to run it off, you know, so we could take our dogs out. So my husband would throw a firecracker out in the yard to run it off. So we could take our dogs out. Such is life in the country. This is just a heart-shaped doily that I actually put some Tim Holtz oxide on, and I used worn lipstick because I thought it was that rougey kind of color. Get a new glue sheet now that I've went through that doily, all those little holes. Wipe my hands off just a little bit. Give me just a second. I'm not going anywhere, but I do need to kind of get my fingers wiped off because that handmade paper is now sticking to me. All right, so now this little cutout here, which is from a calendar that I found at a thrift store that had the cutest little pictures in it. This little girl is going to be my focal point. And then I also have this quote, and this is from Wakely. It's this set. It doesn't have, I may have thrown away the title page, but it's a whole bunch of sheets of ledger paper that has different quotes on it. It's really cool. Most of them look like they were like typed with typewriter, and I believe it's Dana Wakely, and I got it at a local scrapbook shop, but I'm sure that anybody that carries her stuff, you could probably find them. But I cut out this quote, and it says, "Give your heart to a wanderer who has found your soul and called it home." So I'm going to put it, I think, up here. Since we're about to Valentine's Day, I thought it would be kind of cool to kind of do something kind of Valentine oriented. Let's see. I think I have this big old flower, and this flower is one of that was in my German scrapbook stuff that I got at in the Outer Banks that had all the little German scrapbooky pieces. So, all right, so I want to put that down first. I'm going to use art glitter glue because it's really fragile, and I'm afraid that if I try to do a glue stick, I'll rip it. So I'm going to put that down here in the corner. See, I broke that little point right there off the leaf. I mean, it is super, super, super fragile. And then I'm going to put my quote. About right there, I think. And I'm going to use art glitter glue on that as well. Oops, got glue on her head. Looks like I'm going to have to use art glitter glue on that. Now that paper I put down is scrapbook paper, so it's a little bit thicker. It's not cooperating as well. And then I have some other couple little flowers that I'm just going to kind of stick around. And these are all those scrapbook pieces. And they're so fragile, you almost have to use them in a collage or something that you can, you know, make sure they're glued down. Otherwise, they're going to crack and break. Get her glued down with her little puppy dog. And I've got this flower, and I had another one. Somewhere. There was more. Oh, I knocked it in the floor. Oh, I can't find it. It's more of a red color. I'll do those just like that. Still isn't gluing down. It's being stubborn. It doesn't like to glue down on that handmade paper, I guess. All right, so there is our big spread for this week. I'm quite happy with that. I'll set that to the side and let it dry open while we work on the little one. All right, for the little spread, I have been doing these. I couldn't find my book. These little index cards, which I found this little thing at a thrift store, if you haven't heard that story. before. And it just has index cards on this little ring. And I have been working on the blank sides. And so I'm going to take it out so I can work on it. And then we'll put it back in. And for my little one, we are going to work with Alice here and some little scrappy paper pieces. And I've got a card, and I've got a clock, and I looked for a Queen of Hearts, but I guess I have used all the queens with something else, and I meant to get a book page to put on the back of this. Do I have a book page close by? Not that one. I have a bookcase that sits right at the edge of my work table, like on the end, and I can't see the books, but I can reach around and grab one. So that's what I'm doing. First one I grabbed was like a children's reader, so that wouldn't work for this. All right, this is business organization, but we're not going to be able to see enough of it to matter. So the first thing I'm going to do is glue this down. I'm just going to glue it all over, and then we'll re-poke the hole and all that kind of fun stuff. Get my squishy tool here. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you're doing this challenge or if you're enjoying watching. Also, feel free to let me know if there's something that you'd like to see me do or like me to revisit if I have already done it. As far as journals go, I have been working on the Italian journal, and it may, by the time this video comes out, may be finished. And then I am moving on to a German German journal. And after that, I think I am going to do a journal on coal mining. There's a lot of that in my area. Coal mining and other kind of mining. And where I live, there's actually, I live on the corner of Mine Road, which leads to a mine. It was not a coal mine. But it was they had a mining town, and I have a book that I've been reading about it, and it's really interesting how they set up these little mine towns, and You know, they actually paid in the mine script and stuff like that. And they had, you know, they owned everything. The mine owned everything. It owned all the stores, and it owned, you know, the houses there, and the school, and the church, and everything. And so you pretty much just stayed there the whole time. And some of the older pictures, especially during the Depression era, are just precious. So, yeah, I think I'm going to do one on that. I think it's going to be kind of cool. Alright, so I picked the ace, A for Alice, since I didn't have a queen. We're just going to use that kind of as a background piece. And then we're just going to do kind of a little collage with different colors. I'll try to get our colors in there. And the purpose of me doing this, I've said this in past videos, but just in case new people are wondering why I do too, I wanted everyone to see that you don't have to go all out and spend a lot of time doing this. And you can do something that doesn't take as long, but you're still going to get the benefits of you know, working with the colors and using up some of your stash. So that is why I decided to do two different little versions, I guess, of the challenge, so that it gives people options and they didn't feel like, you know, that, oh, I can't do that because I don't have time to do that, or I can't do that because, you know, I don't like to make big pieces, or you know, whatever the reasoning. I wanted to show that you could do this and be successful at it without taking a ton of time, if that makes sense. Okay, I feel like I need, then I've got my tab. And I think I'll go here. So I feel like I need maybe one more little piece, or maybe just moving that up a little bit will do it. Yeah, I think that'll do it. All right, so my card's gonna go down first. Now, when I put those papers back here in a minute, they may go in a totally different place than where I just had them, which is fine. I was just trying to get a spatial, kind of a spatial relationship. So, not far enough. I really like this handmade paper because I think it gives your collages a nice texture. Do I want that there or there? Definitely want that there. Sorry, I got quiet, didn't I? Was talking up a storm, and then all of a sudden, silence. That's the way it is sometimes. I forget that I'm doing a video. Concentrating on what I'm doing. Whoops. All right, so now we need a word for our little tag there. And I might, let's experiment and get a pink maybe Victorian velvet. And my daubers here. This is a little Tim Holtz tin that you can buy, and I have daubers in here that have different colors on them. My most frequently used colors. Let's put a little bit more pink on there. Put my red one back in there too from where I did the heart. But yeah, that works out good for me. It's just to keep them in that little tin. And you can see it holds quite a few of them. That may not be a solution for everyone, but I like it. All right, so now, what word can we put on there? I just kind of keep all my words together on a little big ring. And then I have a clip on it so I can clip them up. Something like imagine would work, wouldn't it? Imagination. I could do that. Let's do imagination. Yep. Okay. Clip all those back together. Put some glue on that. It's not going to stick on its own. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my Stabilo All, which I still haven't sharpened. Put some right down here underneath her feet. And get my watercolor water brush. Which has gold on it. All right, so there we go. There's our little quick project. And we have week number 7. Mission completed. So there is our Rouge Red and Pink. Oop, wrong book. There's our big collage, and here is our little tag. So I think both of those came out real well. I'm happy with them. I hope you guys like them. And if you have not subscribed, please do so and hit the little bell, and it will notify you when I have a new video available. If you like what you see, please hit the like. That really helps any YouTuber who is making videos for you to like the video, because it helps the algorithms on YouTube, and it makes our videos available to be seen by more people. So if you could do that, I would appreciate it. And until next time, when we will do the burgundy and black, I hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.